Woo! Good morning. Good morning to the Embody Freedom series. I'm Hemalayaa here. We are quite late this morning. I want to acknowledge that. We intend to be at 9 a.m. Pacific Coast time, Monday to Friday, most of the month. And here we are. It is Monday. Take a deep breath in with me. There is so much happening in our world right now. And I want to start by lighting a candle for our beloved, how do we work this thing? Our beloved George Floyd and his family. So taking in some deep breaths in. Also going to light some Palo Santo. And I invite you to take some deep breaths in. Maybe you can light a candle. Whew. So, my sisters, my friends, my empaths in the house, the healers, are you feeling it? Oh, man, I've been feeling it for these last few days, just like strong. We are in a time, we're in a breakdown, right? We're in a major breakdown. There's no empowerment. That's actually part of the breakdown. And I, as you know, talk about Embody. Embody Freedom is the name of this series. My name's Hemalayaa, for those of you I haven't met yet. And take a deep breath in. Exhale. So, taking in breath, close the eyes. We're just going to take a pause for a moment, because there's so much social injustice. And we get to just pause within ourselves to bring ourselves into unity, into connection with our breath in this moment, in this time and space. Not to bypass anything, not to make it okay, not to make it right, but to come into our center, into our humanity, because that's what's missing, right? Keep moving your energy. Keep breathing. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel your legs strong. Bend the knees slightly and breathe. And make a big sound and let it out. Just walk around a little bit and shake out the energy. Whew. We empaths, we healers are holding a lot. We people are feeling a lot. And there's a lot of us. Whether you're an empath or not, whatever it means, but just breathe. I'm going to try to make it without. So I talk about leadership a lot. And that is the breakdown here, isn't it? There's a breakdown in people treating each other without dignity and respect and justice. So take a deep breath in. In my experience, there's a breakdown in the sense of togetherness, right? So it starts here. There's chaos. There's anger, and it's rightful. And right now, there is an opportunity for leadership to emerge. I'm going to keep on moving here, guys. So what do we do when we, the people, are feeling that there's no social justice, right? This is a time. This is a time. This is a time, like, we can take this opportunity for our own leadership to rise in our communities, our families, and globally. This is a call. A call to action for us to rise, because we don't have great leadership, obviously. And what is happening in the USA is a lack of leadership. And people are angry. We are angry. I think it is a time to demand change. So for you younger generations, you know that you might not know, but this is an old freaking story. And it's unfortunate that it continues. I might not be the right one to be speaking of this because I'm so sensitive. And I am a woman of color and I've experienced racism. And I didn't know it was safe at times. So it really hits home. But it is a time to demand change because it's not been working. And if this is not okay. And it is a time for freedom. And it's not about cutting each other down. Freedom is when we can be united. And there is freedom in the understanding and the truth that we are all connected. So my question and my curiosity is, how can we come together in this time? So, as you know, I've been speaking of EMBODY. It is time for us to stop sitting around and waiting for something to happen. It is our time, light leaders in the world, to step up, even if you're crying on camera like I am, or you're crying in your families, whatever it is. Stand up. It's time to be empowered. This world needs leaders that are for unity, for humanity. DTO, can you start speaking? Because I can't stop crying. DTO, come on to camera. You have some words to say, and it's time for you to speak up too. Yeah.
Hey, sweet soul. DTO here, and yeah, this has been a very interesting time for all of us as humanity, connected in the collective and recognizing the pain that is happening planetarily, and to witness, such an amazing soul, George Floyd, and his body being left on the pavement of the street is unjust. And for us to demand justice and demand that there is equanimity, and this is our birthright for breath, to be alive. And
what are we going to do with our breath? That's the question, right? So I'm asking you, what are you going to do with your breath? What are you going to do with your voice? So I tend to not watch the news. I tend to not watch. I stay separate. So DTO is always the one who's like bringing me what's going on. So the question is, how are you going to use your voice? How are we going to use our voice? How are we going to come together and rise together? It's time to stop fragmenting, stop separating. So as you're here with me, taking in those deep breaths in, crying those tears, raging, screaming, whatever it is, growling. This is everyone. This is not just one color. Light your Palo Santo, light your sage. Move your bodies. It's time to move out of what we're not, because we are so far away from the truth of our own empowerment and our own humanity and us as a collective. So I'm inviting you to dance with me, to move with me, to growl with me, to shake off with me. If we cannot break this rage within us, then we cannot come together. Everything that you are feeling about this, please come and bring it up to the surface. Feel us together. We are not isolated. We are together in this. The invitation is to move those parts that want to lock up, to hide, to be alone, to prove that we are alone. That is not the truth. We are not alone. All those parts of us, the illusion that we are alone, it is not true. And this sad, unjust experience gets to bring us together. May it bring us together with all parts of ourselves in our own empowerment and each other. And may you rise, use that fuel and that fire to rise, to speak, to lead. Take those breaths in and out. Breathe. Let those growls out. Thank you, my loves. I feel you. I feel us together. And this is what it's about now. There's no more separation. Growl it out. We are not alone. We are meant to be in unity together. This is one of the another one of those breakdowns. May we rise. into that leader that we know that we are. The leadership is not working. So in this space and time, without any guidance here, what are you bringing up to the surface? What are you offering? Just reading some of your messages. Thank you. It's my intention it's always been the intention to have us be in connection and in growth and leadership and empowerment together. And these moments are really intense. These moments are really, really intense. And we could go hiding, we could go we could let it separate us. I'm curious what you feel. I'm curious what you feel called into right now. And my invitation is to keep yourself moving your energy and creating a movement. It's time to create a movement to bring community together. Togetherness, unity. I get it. We're all so lost from that. Growl it out. Whatever it is, that's all movement. In order for you to create the movement, we all came here to create a movement. And thank you, Floyd, for the movement that you have ignited. And this is how you keep on moving to fuel, to be in unity, to be in togetherness, to keep on coming back to the truth of who we are as a collective. Yes. So thank you for sharing that. You're crying yourself to sleep every night. I get it. Move your energy, my loves. Move your energy. Because within that, that's where the answers are. That's where we see truly. We could stay there curled up in a ball, isolated, alone, afraid. But it is absolutely time to come together. It's time to move the energy and come into our greatest leadership. No more hesitating. No more hesitating on the movement that you came here to create. It is no coincidence. We are beginning our Embody Leadership Mastermind this week. It is no coincidence, and I thank you, angels, guides, Kali, goddesses. Kali is the goddess of revolution. And it is time. Are you feeling it? It was time already. For months now, it's been time. Yes. Keep your breath alive. Keep your breath moving. And it's time for togetherness. And I want to acknowledge those of you, police officers, and those in power and in leadership, greater leadership, coming into unity right now, not in separation. Coming into unity right now and not in separation. Coming in togetherness. And the more that we can create that with ourselves and our cells and our communities and our families, the more that we can come into that in the world, globally, in humanity. And it is time. So thank you. Thank you, Floyd. Thank you for all of those that are showing us the way. Yeah, Sandy, thanks for sharing. Such pain and heaviness in the heart. Yeah. Yeah. Remind yourself to focus on love and unity. Yes. I invite everyone to light that candle for peace and be in prayer, as well as be in holding hands together. I find it interesting that we are in our quarantine, lockdown, separation. Humans, we can't separate. So it's time to come in togetherness. And keep breathing. And yes, Stephen, absolutely. Stay present, be honest, and act from love, not fear. Yes. Awesome, Ellen. Thank you. I'm grateful that this is supporting you. It's supporting me as well. I know there's a lot of us that are feeling a lot right now. Yes, we are all in this together. Yeah, Jennifer, thank you for writing that in. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you for being here in the movement together. Sometimes in the movement, there is no words. What am I experiencing right now? Thank you, Matt Cole. Love you too. Yeah, feeling so much angry, sad, shameful, letting it be real, balancing to find hope and compassion. Beautifully shared. Thank you. So feeling in this moment, I feel we are together. And this breath that we have, take a deep breath in. And this exhale together. And this jiggle together. And this growl together. And this stretch together. And our empowerment together. And us coming into holding hands together. So the invitation right now is to put our hands out and feeling each other's hands side by side, and our hearts. This is what I love about the hands and the arms, is that they are connected here from the center, this heart, this truth. Feeling our hands connected, our hearts connected. All the way to George Floyd. May you rest in peace. Thank you for your purpose here to bring a big fat eye of awakening on a whole level that we are feeling deep in ourselves. Stay in connection. Stay in your empowerment. Do what it takes to be an empowerment, to be in your leadership. So, taking in a deep breath in, feeling our hearts connected, you connected in every single cell. Oh. I want to acknowledge you who are speaking, standing, leading, teaching, being the light leaders that you are. You bringing the voice of togetherness, of unity. I acknowledge you. And those of you who are getting past the fears of doing so, I acknowledge you. And those of you that have that greater message here, regardless of the fears that are moving through, that are listening. Those of you who are coming together. Those are you who are letting the fire of anger fuel you into creating justice. This candle is for you too. This candle is for all of us, all of our candles, all of our fires burning in order to really step in, step up, call together. Call in unity, empowerment. I love what Trevor Noah said. There's no right way. We haven't, every single protest that happens has been shut down of, this is not the right way to protest. This is not the right way to protest. There is no right way to protest. That's the whole thing. It's a revolution. It's a time. Yeah, exactly, Ellen. We breathe because George Floyd was not permitted to breathe. We're all getting that. If this is what was needed for all of us coming into unity, then thank you, allies and angels, human beings. If this is what it takes for us to stand up and say the leadership is not working and it's time for each one of us to be a leader, then thank you for your service. In the Vedas, they say, like, there's all these different deliverers of karma, different angels that come in at different times to really impact humanity, different incarnations that come in to really bring about truth and clear what's not working. And this is one of those times. May we keep movement alive, keep moving. May we be empowered in that. May we speak, may we lead. May we let this breakdown become a massive breakthrough to create opportunities for togetherness and unity and deep breaking the separateness into deep connectedness, seeing with our inner eyes. My belief is that is our human dharma. That is our human mission here, is to come together, because we are all lost. We have been. So those of you who are feeling it, do not allow yourselves to separate. Come into connectedness even greater now. And yoga is union. It's time to come into that. Rubbing our hands together. Send your hands out there to each soul in this world. Oh. Keep your breath alive because it wants to shallow. Keep your breath deep as it wants to contract. Bring your hands to your own heart and rock yourself here. And breathe in that togetherness. DTO, is there any last words?
Yeah, our prayer, my prayer, I feel our collective prayer and possibility is for us to demand, seek justice, whoever you are in society. And this is becoming a world protest. This is not only in Minneapolis or only in particular cities. This is honestly what I've been feeling, and a lot of us that are paying attention what's happening. These are reverberations. As we were watching this amazing video with Trevor Noah, and he talked about a lot of human beings don't understand how dominoes work. One thing falls, another thing falls, another thing falls. And so this is expanding. These are waves, these are ripple effects of people that demand, we all demand justice, equality. We the people, right? We are all in this together. There are close to 8 billion of us on this planet, and the way to make this a peaceful, connected, unified field where we all deserve the birthright to breathe, to be alive, to feel love, to be loved. And when these simple birthright are taken away, especially on video right before our own eyes, then this is the response, this is the reaction, and this is empathetic. We're all feeling this anger, this pain. And for so many of our brothers and sisters out there, Black Lives Matter, and we demand this in our world, in our nation, and wherever you're from. And we've all experienced this, either as a witness or as someone that's been on the receiving end, as Hemalayaa was speaking, being a woman of color, and so many injustices and people that are not being treated fairly or being aware of how hurtful their actions are. And this is a systematic issue. This is a problem that has been going on for many, many, many years. And all the times that I've been a school teacher, of creating that safe container where people don't bully each other, where people are connected, where people see that we're all here together, that's been a passion of mine as an instructor, to really bring that energy and that connectedness. And so as we begin this leadership program, we all get to ask, like, what will it take for you to step into leadership? We all get this opportunity in this moment of time. And Hemalayaa said, like, we have chosen to be here on this earth at this time during this extraordinary circumstance. And we trust and hope and believe that there can be a massive impact, now more than ever, with global connectivity and feelings of questioning everything, right? Question authority, question the system, especially when there's a broken system. It's not working, it's not serving all of us. And we recognize that as light leaders, we get to lead and we get to shine our truth without fear, without feeling anything beyond, what we've seen visually out there. Like, we get to supersede that. We still get to move forward, because if we're all filled with fear, if this becomes a police state or whatever authoritarian, we still get to move forward. We still get to demand, because we are in charge, we the people. This is the found country in the United States, and Hemalayaa is Canadian, and so there's this global protest. There's a whole world view that we get to share. So we invite you to step into your leadership. We invite you to go online, do a Facebook Live, do an Instagram Live, whatever it takes. All people, may all beings be happy and free.
And all lives.
Yeah. Yeah. And for this movement, Black Lives Matter, it's very clear, because that's where the injustice has very specifically been.
Yeah.
And it matters that we all are showing our unity and our demand for justice.
Thank you, everybody, for being here with us and being in togetherness with us. Yeah.
We love you.